Hey there, welcome to day 15 of 21 Days of Presence. How are you doing? Well, here we are. We're moving into this powerful portal of energy leading up to the summer solstice. Today, Mercury and Mars are getting close. They are still interacting. They will be up until this full moon happening uh, this in a couple of days. It happens on Monday, and the full moon activation will be tomorrow on Sunday. So we are feeling this full moon energy, and Mercury and Mars are together. They're very close to the north node of the moon, and they're opposing Saturn and Pluto. So, wow, it's an incredible lining up. It's Mercury and Mars trying to figure out how to make sense of what's happening, how to move forward in these times. And so there's a kind of a cool energy about oppositions, though. There's a lot of tension, right? It's like pulling against each other. But then when they're exactly opposite, there's this mutual kind of learning that can happen, and a balancing and a healing. And so there's something trying to line up for us in our lives. And we've talked about how this energy has to do with preparing us for the next year and a half of astrology, showing us where our marching orders, showing us where we have given our power away so that we can take it back. And that's kind of the deal, right? Until we really understand and kind of face the fact that we've given our power away, we can't really take it back, right? So first we have to have that cold, hard look at our life, and recognize where we have agreed to be powerless in order to get our needs met. And that's a big part of this Capricorn Cancer axis. Right? So Cancer is nurturing. It's what we need to survive. It's home, family, the supportive life that humans need in order to survive. And this is a tricky thing, right? Because studies have shown that humans you can become fully fed and have everything they need as far as warmth and all that. But without human interaction, they don't thrive. So there's something to this Cancer energy. It's like, this feeling of being recognized, that you matter, that you're supported in this world, a feeling that is very elusive here and not highly valued in our value system. And that's got to change for us to evolve. And so here we are. We're being shown where we don't feel nurtured and where we've given our power away in order to try to get what we need in this world. And it's not very comfortable with Mars and Mercury in Cancer and all of this, all of these transits to Neptune in Pisces. There's a lot of water, and it's bringing emotions to the surface. Now, wow, then we have some fiery energy going on with this full moon in Sagittarius, very close to Jupiter in Sagittarius. And full moons are about illuminating and kind of shedding the light on places. And of course, with this last couple of weeks of astrology, what we're shedding the light on is everywhere in our life where we don't feel satisfied, where we've just been kind of moving through our experience, but just getting through. Maybe it'll get better, but there's this deep yearning for more meaning in our life, for more meaning in our work, for feeling like we're doing what we're here to do. And yet we're fractured and in pieces, and we don't know who we are. So it's a lot of things going on. And then this Cancer energy is just bringing this up. It's like we're everywhere we've been able to just kind of compensate and get through life. And just be like, it's okay, I'm going to just move on and just get through. And but now all of this Cancer energy is bringing up acutely where we haven't been nurtured, haven't allowed ourselves to be nurtured, and really the overall collective issues around nurturing and how it is not a valuable resource and yet an absolute necessity for us to survive, right? Now, we've been trained and programmed to play small, to stay small, to agree to be small, and so that puts us in a position to not feel like we deserve the nurturing and support that we need. Right? It's not selfish to receive. Right? That's that beautiful intelligence from the plant world that we've been working with, where the plants are going to do whatever they need and that's how they're loyal to the life force energy, is do whatever they need to do to survive and to receive the blessings of the sun and the nourishment and the minerals and the waters. And we can learn from this. That we are, so many sensitive souls feel completely unworthy, and they have very little ability to receive love and support. And it can actually be really frustrating to try to give to a person, a soul who has been programmed not to receive, right? It's like some kind of energy around like you don't deserve, you need to earn it back, you need to work really hard, you need to be good enough. Maybe what you have takes away from other people, so for you to receive. Now, a plant is never going to think that, right? Like the plant consciousness is like, yeah, give it to me, come on, celebrating life force, right? But us humans have been programmed to believe that what we take, what we receive, it isn't taking, it's receiving, somehow is going to take from others, and that we have to give away, especially sensitive type souls, in order and sacrifice ourselves in order to have permission to receive. Now, this is all up for review as and breaking down the constructs of this false programming. That's partly what this breakdown of structures is about with Pluto and Capricorn. It's a breakdown of our programming. And so when we in these meditations, more and more each day, I feel permission in the group and in the collective and the soul groups that are paying attention, whatever, maybe you have one representative of your soul group or a couple here, and it's getting easier and easier to receive from Mother Earth and to feel in union with her and to feel supported by her. We've been so programmed that we're waiting for the next catastrophe. And so we haven't been able to receive. It's like an abusive relationship where it's like, okay, I'm not going to get what I want, so I'm not even going to try. And Mother Earth is holding out her arms to us right now in her heart and saying, and this is kind of a cool concept. So it's like, and the universal energies that are here to support us, think about how it feels like the sun is shining just on you, and that, this is the feeling of coming back into a communication with Source, Creator, God, becoming a child of the universe, is receiving on this level, letting the sun shine into your life and feeling like Creator or Source Energy's favorite child. And that is the feeling that is available to us. That's what allows us to thrive, when we feel loved and cared for, and we kind of have gotten caught up because there's programming that says if we didn't receive nurturing, say in our early childhood programming, that we don't deserve nurturing. And this is this Cancer Capricorn axis. It's the mother and the father. And it's like, where have we given that power away in order to receive nurturing? And that's exactly what happens in an abusive relationship. And so we have to teach ourselves to receive and reprogram this. And Mother Earth wants to offer this to us, this feeling of being held and loved and carried and nurtured. Now, if you have damage from your early childhood, like most of us do, it's not going to be easy to go and just receive from Source Energy and Mother Earth, right? But we have to stop this. The trick here is that we cannot let this manifested reality of what we see in front of us, which is the delusion, right? It's only a partial representation of the bigger picture, but we cannot allow that to define who we are. Okay. Our experiences and 3D reality can no longer define who we are. And that's that cool thing of going and remembering, like we've done with these timeline alignments. And so the energy here today that's available has to do with this incredible message from the universe with Mercury and Mars coming together in Cancer and the North Node, right? Like these are personal planets coming up with the North Node of the Moon, which is our future karma. And it's like, we got to figure this out if we're going to get anywhere, if we're going to go anywhere. And that's what's trying to happen. And yet then this incredibly powerful opposition with Saturn and Pluto pretty close together. And these planets, it's like right now we have like a crisscross, right? So Mars has come into an opposition with Pluto and Mercury's coming into that opposition with Saturn. And they're both very close to the North Node. That means that Saturn and Pluto are close to the South Node. And we're talking about the past and the future and what needs to break down from the programming and the structures of this manifested reality and the structures of our thinking and our systems of our world in order for us to get on with it, right? Like humanity has been so stuck for so long, and it's time to move, right? And Mars wants that to move. It said, come on, just receive the nurturing. What's the problem? And Mercury says, well, wait a minute, I'm trying to figure out, like, is this true? Can I trust? Can I change my thinking, so that I can be a child of the universe and feel the love and support and feel held in this experience, And it's interesting because receiving in itself, part of the programming is like, oh, if you relax and receive and allow the universal forces to work in your life, then you're going to be programmed, right? So now we're in a trap because we can't do anything. We can't trust anybody. But when we align our energy, our timeline, our attention with the higher part of ourselves, our highest self that's right there with source energy, and we align with our ideal timeline. We don't have to know what that is, right? But we got to align energetically because that's what creates in this world. It isn't thoughts, right? So the monkey mind, the thoughts, that's just busy work that's going on. What really moves energy is our vibrational reality. And so when we can align ourselves with this higher self and with our ideal timeline, and then get our personality construct, all this programming, all this falseness out of the way, right? So it's a continual, but that all of this water energy and this mystical, magical time of Jupiter square Neptune and Saturn sextile Neptune, and Neptune still in trine to the North Node, which means it's in trine now to Mercury and Mars. So it's like we got so many elements just lining up here, saying, supporting us, nudging us into this more nurturing future. And the ironic thing is that, we wait around in this world for something to come and validate us and nurture us into the truth of who we are and give us permission to be who we are. And that just is not going to happen. We got to allow for nurturing ourselves. We got to be open to nurturing. We got to take responsibility for this programming and get it the heck out of the way so that we can validate ourselves, and we do that when we connect to that higher self and to that higher ideal. And you have to go up above all this negativity, all of this hopelessness, all of this, what's the point? That's the lower matrix grid messages coming through, right? And when you can do that and align and then getting the heck out of the way so that you can enjoy the journey, right? The more joy, the more peace we have, that's the more we're operating outside of the lower grid. Not that we want to suppress our emotions, right? Because that grief energy that's coming up right now around these past life failures and being thwarted and what's the point and why am I doing this? All that stuff is so powerful because it's pointing us in the direction to find these false beliefs so we can get rid of them. So we don't want to suppress these emotions, but you can also be here as the observer and watch that stuff go on without getting attached to it. And this is exactly on the bigger picture what we're talking about with these past lives and these stories and these identity programming, right? It's like, okay, I've experienced these things, but they don't define me. It's not who I am. And so This is exactly the energy that can help us through these intense emotions, because the emotions are power that can move us into taking back our power. But first we have to face them, right? So we don't want to suppress them, but we do want to come to, to them from a place of the observer, that there's a part of you that doesn't, we go through all of this. Like, can you remember, say last week, what were you really upset about last week? Can you even remember? I mean, maybe it's the same problem you're dealing with now. But generally it's like, okay, 1 week ago on this day, what was your main issue problem that was going through your mind and your psychological drama, right? You can't remember. These things are coming and going. And there is a part of ourselves that is not coming and going, that's been here from the beginning of time. So let's tap into that today. And that seems like a really good focus for the energy of today, with this lining up that's happening, leading right up to this full moon on in Sagittarius that happens on Monday. So go ahead and just feel yourself arrive. In this now moment, taking a few deep breaths. And just sinking in. Go ahead and with an exhale, see yourself putting down this root system, and let this root system be just full of nourishment and support both ways. Goes down, it comes up to you from Mother Earth, from you to Mother Earth, from Mother Earth to you. Just a communication device. And just go ahead and sink in and recognize that every time we come back into contact with Mother Earth in a deliberate way, we have to address and notice these feelings of fear programming that's in the way. It says it's not safe to connect to Mother Earth, but that's the only way we get through this. We're journeying with Mother Earth. She's our Eden star. She's our spaceship. And so we got to allow ourselves to sink into that union. So go ahead and just take a few deep breaths, feeling yourself arrive right here, right now, sinking into Mother Earth. And just feel like a deep sigh of relief as you sink deeper into this union. And I saw a beautiful picture of Mother Earth just pushing up a chair, just saying, hey, go ahead and take a rest. We got this. We're on a journey together. It's not going to be helpful to be frantic and frenetic for this journey. And just remind yourself that you can just sit tight right here, right now in the moment, and allow yourself just a few minutes of peace, leaving all of your cares and worries aside, coming in to this now moment. And just feel that Mother Earth, I see her with angel wings standing behind you, just holding you, comforting you. And there's an energetic recharge available here. When we're in communication with Mother Earth and our electromagnetic field, we can recharge and fuel our electromagnetic field, our healing power, our energy. So just go ahead and receive an energetic wave. This is a gift from Mother Earth, a recharge, rejuvenation, restoration. Have you noticed how our earth just continually regenerates itself again and again? And allow that energy to be available in your body for healing, for your nervous system. Just come into this deep peace. And just paying attention to the area of your heart, stepping into the sacred space of the heart. There's a room or a flame or a kernel of energy. And this energy is exactly what we were talking about. This part of you that's been here from the beginning. There's a part of you that's grown and expanded. and that informs this part. But imagine that you can step into this sacred space that allows you to become the observer in your life. Recognizing the play of emotions and activities and ups and downs and backs and forths and dramas. And that's happening over there. But you're over here in this peaceful heart space. This is also called heart frequency resonance. When we come into electromagnetic communication with Mother Earth and find this peace in the moment. And studies have shown from the HeartMath Institute that when you come into heart frequency resonance, the people around you automatically come into heart frequency resonance. So just go ahead and imagine taking a few deep breaths, feeling this peace, sitting in the chair, the throne Mother Earth has given you to rest and reset. And go ahead and just feel your whole neighborhood come into this heart frequency resonance. Just coming deeper and deeper into this still point, into this true essential self, into this sacred heart space. And recognize here you are existence, the I am. You are nothing and everything. And everything else is just a movie. Feel this place outside of time. And feel from this place that your heart automatically comes into alignment with your highest self and your optimal timeline. And just feel the deep peace and rest that can come from this place of peace, alignment, surrender, just receiving that energetic reset from Mother Earth, a recharge for your electromagnetic field and your energy fields, all of your bodies, as you just come deeper and deeper into this still point, into this rest, into this heart frequency resonance. And just enjoy. There's nothing you need to do. Nothing is required. No practices. No proving. No hard work. This I am is your innate birthright. And who are you here? You're not who anybody else wants you to be or needs you to be. You're not fulfilling any role or purpose. You're returning to your true essence, a child of the universe, loved, held, and cared for. And just receive. Recognizing this union with Mother Earth and the cosmos, your highest self. There's no deserving or not deserving or good enough or not good enough. Just is. And just sinking in. Just go ahead and enjoy this peace, this resonance for as long as you would like. Bringing this into your everyday life as much as possible. A memory to remind you this peace is always available to you. And when you're ready, go ahead and complete your meditation. Well, thank you so much for joining me for day 15 of 21 Days of Presence. We're cruising right along here into this intense astrology, Sagittarius, full moon, and leading up to this June solstice, a portal of energy. We're going through the eye of the needle. We'll just have to see what it's like on the other side. But we're in it here together, connected. And so thank you for bringing your energy and raising our frequency and the potency in being that spokesperson on the energetic field for your soul group so they can get these messages if they're ready to receive as well. So really great work, and thanks for being here. And I look forward to seeing you on the full moon activation on Sunday, next Friday, at the soul group session, a group intuitive session looking at shared past lives. And that will be next Friday on leading up to the exact time of the solstice. We'll be there together going through the eye of the needle. So I look forward to seeing you soon. I'll see you tomorrow for 21 days for day 16, the 21 days of presence. Until then, I'm Adrienne Elise. Namaste.